I'm saying this right now. What I was saying was, bro, no Friends player is actually from France. They're from all over the place, bro. They were just born in France, all right? That's just cheating, bro. Let's be honest. That's cheating. That's cheating, bro.
That counts.
Sweden substitutions.
Let's go, Sweden!
Let this serve as another example on why some streamers must be stopped. That man's name is Marlon. He has 2.4 million followers on Twitch, meaning he has a massive audience. Not just on Twitch, but across all social media platforms. And essentially, he is espousing racism by not even noticing it. But first off, let's go over his team, shall we? He is a supporter of Sweden. At one point, he interviewed Zlatan Ibrahimovic. There is no doubt Zlatan is the greatest ever to suit up for his country. Zlatan's dad, Sefik, is a Bosnian Muslim. His mom, Jurka, is a Croatian Catholic. They met in Sweden after fleeing the former Yugoslavia, and they raised their family in Malmö. By Marlon's logic, Sweden cheated by having Zlatan Ibrahimovic suit up for them. And in addition, it seems Zlatan should be disqualified from representing the Swedes ever. Henrik Larsson, oh, he is another great. Because of words like Marlon's, he would go on to say this: I see myself as foreign. I don't know what I am, to be honest. I know I have 106 caps for Sweden. I know I'm Swedish, yes, but I never felt 100% Swede. I have to respect my father's Cape Verde heritage, so maybe that's why, but I don't think I felt Swedish until I succeeded on the football pitch. When you're nothing, you don't matter. When you're something, you're part of this society. Then people forget where you're from, what your race is. Think about that. A Champions League. One of the best ever, if not for Zlatan, probably the best ever to suit up for Sweden. And he still doesn't feel fully Swedish. That is sad. That's depressingly sad. Alexander Isak, Swedish striker and member of Liverpool Football Club. Well, he is of Eritrean descent. He was born in Stockholm. His parents fled their war-torn country in East Africa in the late 80s, and they sought refuge in Sweden. By Marlon's standards, probably shouldn't suit up for Sweden either. Isak Hien, he has a Ghanaian father. Should he be able to represent the country that he calls home? Ken Sema was born to parents from the Congo. Is he unworthy too? Tell me. Taha Ali's family lineage is in Somalia. Anthony Alonga, Cameroon. The fact of the matter is Marlon is carrying on a very, very long tradition and is sadly repeating stuff like this.
Les binationaux en lien avec l'idéologie islamiste doivent être déchus de leur nationalité et expulsés. Les Français qui adoptent l'idéologie de l'ennemi doivent être traduits devant les tribunaux et punis. Les lois existent, il suffit de les appliquer. Eh bien, moi, Présidente, ces lois seront appliquées sans faiblir.
That is Marine Le Pen, a far-right politician in France. She'd claimed the problem with French soccer players would come down to them having another nationality in their hearts. And when the French won the World Cup, Le Pen tweeted her congratulations to Didier Deschamps, the white coach, omitting anything but a broad reference to the players. No mention of the footballing prodigy Kylian Mbappe, of Algerian and Cameroonian heritage, who became the first team to score in a World Cup final since the great Pelé in 1958. Mbappe donated his World Cup fee to a charity for handicapped children. Marlon saying France is cheating? The two best players from the States have family lineages outside the country, Folarin Balogun and Christian Pulisic. Newsweek would put it all in perspective. Nearly a quarter of the 1,248 players at this year's World Cup are representing a country other than the one they were born. At the 2006 tournament, that figure was less than 9%. As French sociologist Edge Morin would tweet, wrote Jesus Mesa, the victory of the national team was an occasion to celebrate the one and multicultural France. Let's enjoy these intoxicating moments of fraternity, which won't last long. I think this stuff is sad. I really, really do. I know I said it before, but I think it is really sad. I think it's wrong. I think what we need to have here is an educational moment to fully understand the weight of these words and grasp just how ignorant it was. The fact is, even in this country where I reside, the United States of America, I am not a Native American. My lineage is in Europe. But he cannot tell me that I'm not an American. He cannot tell Kylian Mbappe that he's not French, or Ousmane Dembele that he is not French. It's just disgusting. And the reason that he is being dunked on so much right now is that it was just stupid to say. Especially when he didn't even consider the players from his own team. The only reason that they are in this position right now, although they got knocked out, the only reason they were in this position to reach the knockout stages, rather, was because of those players, who by his logic are not Swedish. Or if they are, his team is cheating. His country is cheating. It's just so bad. It's so wrong. And I don't want to be the kumbaya guy, but like, this should be expelled from society, this ideology, because what it is deeply hateful. And in addition, it is a bullet point to the underlying theme that we have seen rise in this country, and it is great replacement theory. This is right in line with it. And I am just flat out disgusted by it. I'm also horrified by it because he doesn't see the irony in what he's saying. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.